Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining and welcome back. Our guest today is a very good friend, Mark Yaxley. He is the Managing Director at Strategic Wealth Preservation. Welcome back, Mark.
Ivan, what exciting times we find ourselves in.
Yeah, it's crazy. I wanted to get you on to talk about everything that's happening in silver and gold. We're seeing silver almost hit $34 an ounce. Gold moving, making $100 moves almost every day. So it's pretty crazy. What are your thoughts right now on silver, gold? Where are we going from now till the end of 2025?
Yeah, it's a really good question. Right now, we find ourselves, I'd say, in a little bit of a consolidation period. Like it was $100 days nonstop. It felt like for forever, but in fact, it was more like a week or two. Obviously, epic bull run that has been longer than anyone expected. But right now, we're in a really interesting moment where we had a pretty strong pullback earlier this week. Trump's, starting to announce that there's some deals coming to the table in terms of tariffs, talking about Japan traveling to Washington. And that kind of, hit a little bit of a pause in gold's run. The stock market recovered for a couple of days. So it could go one of two ways right now. If he actually starts to make some progress on his foreign economic policy, I could see gold, kind of settling into this $3,200, $3,300 range and taking a little bit of a breather, which is okay. We
Yeah.
need to catch our breath once in a while. But if things don't, hold for him and the economy continues to slip, and the US dollar in particular, which is something that gold and silver investors always have to be monitoring, is the strength of the US dollar relative to gold and silver, then we could see $3,500 gold real quick. And then from there, people are calling for $4,000 gold, like the likes of well-known banks who tend to be very conservative with their price calls.
Yeah, and it's interesting because Trump on Truth Social, I think about a week ago, it was maybe like 4 or 5 days ago, but he posted that one quote, and his quote was, "He who owns the gold makes the rules." And I thought that's pretty like, crazy for a president to come out and say, whoever holds the gold makes the rules. What are your thoughts on that? Like, do you think that Trump has a playbook for gold, or no, he's just like a supporter of gold and knows the values of it?
Yeah, he made some comments about silver a few weeks back as well. So he seems to be, pro precious metals, which, regardless of how you feel about Donald Trump, is good if you're a metals investor. I think if you're a crypto investor, if you're a metals investor, this guy's good for business in general.
Right.
And certainly, more importantly than his tweets or his Truth Social output, is his economic policy is creating so much volatility worldwide that it's just excellent for gold and silver as safe haven investments, particularly gold. I mean, silver, I'm sure we'll talk about it, has been struggling a little bit to break out. We'd
Right.
all expect a little bit more upside, but it's stuck in this little, it's stuck because it's an industrial metal. And that's what's so wonderful about silver is it has so many industrial uses, but it's kind of being dragged down with some of his policy as well, because, is his foreign economic policy actually going to hurt global production? And if it does, that's bad for silver, whereas it's trying to keep up with gold as a safe haven investment. So it's a little bit stuck in between right now.
Absolutely. And I wanted to ask you too, Mark, other than silver and gold, what's your biggest concern right now in the markets? Is it the bubble? Is it, treasuries, bonds? Like, what's concerning you right now, or even geopolitically?
Yeah, Treasury, it's interesting you mentioned that because it does have me concerned. And the reason that I was a little bit concerned actually is it's been such a safe place for businesses, wealthy individuals, but businesses in particularly, governments, foreign governments, using that as a mechanism to store cash essentially, to earn a little bit of a return, but it was a safe place to go. And all of a sudden, like even that is up in the air, and even that is being questioned. And as a business owner who uses treasuries as a way to hedge, we've had to rethink our own treasury essentially and where we put money in these times. And really, that's what is driving people, or some people, anyways, to gold. Is there is no better investment. I was speaking to my partners last week, and we're like, we are the play. Like
Yeah.
gold, is actually the best play in the entire world right now, which is not something that happens often. So I was saying to you earlier, this is kind of, it feels like a once in a lifetime event. I know it's not. That might be a little bit, of an exaggeration, but it kind of feels that way, to be honest.
Welcome to the Cayman Islands. a premier offshore jurisdiction where natural beauty meets financial stability. Here, your wealth is more than secure. It thrives in one of the most trusted and respected financial centers in the world. For over a decade, SWP has been the trusted choice for precious metal investors worldwide. Our purpose-built 6,000 square foot facility sets a new standard in precious metals storage. We are proud to be one of the only vault operators approved by the London Bullion Market Association. Beyond safeguarding your assets, we're committed to making a difference in our community by supporting local causes and events that reflect our values. As we continue to expand and innovate our services, we ensure that your wealth is safe and strategically positioned to shield you from the uncertainties that lie ahead. Strategic wealth preservation, trusted today and ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it does feel like there's something special going on with precious metals. Right now, there's so many new members, even on our channel, that have joined us recently, who are new to the silver and gold, stacking community or even the investing community. There's a lot of youth now too. What would you say to them, Mark, as like not only just advice, but kind of like a guidance, what to look out for? What would you say to them?
Yeah, first thing I'd say is you've landed in the right place. The fact that you're paying attention to precious metals when a lot of people haven't, over the last 2 decades, let's say, that's a great start, especially if you're a young middle-aged investor and this is new to you and you're starting to stack. Also, you've landed in a good place with your channel. You're going to have some great guests on here that are going to give some good advice. I mean, place to start right now, you're probably going to want to start building out your precious metals portfolio kind of with the cornerstones, like get yourself some gold, get yourself some silver, diversify those two metals. You're going to want to try to cut down your premiums by, hey, if you can get a larger amount, if you can buy a 100-ounce silver bar instead of 100 rounds or 50 rounds, get that 100-ounce bar, cut down your premiums as much as you can. And the same
Right.
is true for gold. Maybe you get into some smaller gold bars, 1-ounce gold bars or something like that. Something to be aware of, Ivan, that actually just came across my desk today for the first time. The tariff, I know everyone is sick of talking about tariffs, but the specific impact it's having on precious metals is that precious metals produced in Switzerland, for example,
Mm-hmm.
or in Europe, there's a big delay in that metal coming into the North American market. I'm talking about the retail space. These are like Valcambi, Pamp Swiss. These are the producers that like guys like you and I and our clients and followers are investing in.
Right.
That metal is actually not traveling into the United States right now. Everyone's kind of on hold, like, do the tariff supply? Are the suppliers going to import this stuff into the US? And for the first time, we actually heard of a product becoming unavailable. It was actually from the Perth Mint. Until
Really?
further notice, yeah, until further notice, no gold Perth Mint bars available for purchase in North America. And that's because they won't ship any out of Australia to the States. So if that continues, there might be a little bit of a squeeze on physical products. And it's the first time I saw it today. It was the first product that I had heard of that was like sold out and no foreseeable delivery.
Hello, my fellow silver and gold stacker. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching the channel. Subscribe, please like the video, and also hit the notification bell. Keep stacking. And what happens if it goes on a larger scale? Like, what if it's not just them, and then in the next month or two, you start seeing other, other producers saying, "Oh, this gold product is not available. This gold product won't be available for 6 to 7 months." Won't that affect the price of gold as well, like because of the scarcity?
It won't necessarily impact the spot price of gold all that much unless it really gets severe where like there's no physical delivery. So what's going to happen is the producers that are located in the US are going to fill the gap as much as they can. So you're going
Oh,
to see
right.
like US based production. So the US mint's going to sell out, obviously. Then you're going to get all the secondary mints, all the private mints, Sunshine Mint, all those guys, Scottsdale Mint. They're going to sell out all their products. So it's going to create a squeeze. It's going to drive up premiums though in the United States. So that's going to be
Oh, yeah.
local to the US market. And it might also impact, guys in Canada, us in Cayman. We used to selling these products to our clients and they may not be available from our usual sources for a little while. So yeah, something to keep an eye on.
Interesting. Yeah, that's it's when you look at it, gold and silver but for us silver and gold stackers, we always believe the price should be higher and higher. But I guess there is, when you do have situations like this with the tariffs, no matter what, you're going to see the premiums go higher. But it is what it is. Like if there's tariffs that continue to impact other countries so they don't ship it in the US, then for sure you're going to see like US Mint and like you were saying, like Scottsdale and so on. Uh, Fill the gap, but then there's going to be higher premiums. And who knows how long that will last for.
Yeah, that's the thing. And you know, precious metals, it's a relatively small market. So this isn't going to be something that President Trump is going to focus his attention on. That's for sure. You know, he's talking about aluminum and cars and so on. He's not talking about bullion. Now, there has been some information published about bullion products being exempt, but the problem is no one's willing to take the risk. No one wants to be that company in Switzerland, for example, that's like, we're going to export $100 million worth of PAMP bars or Valcambi bars, and they get stuck at US Customs or there's a tariff due at 32%.
Oh yeah,
Nobody wants to be that
that'd be
guy.
tough.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, no, before you go, Mark, I really would love for people to connect with you guys. I'm going to put the link to Strategic Wealth Preservation in the description below. But where can people connect with you guys?
Yeah, so swpcayman.com is our website. You know, we're a precious metals dealer. We store precious metals in 12 different vault locations around the world. So there are options out there if in case you find yourself in a place where tariffs are affecting you. Check us out on YouTube. We actually just launched a new video that's all about testing gold and silver products with some new equipment that we just got our hands on. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Your viewers might be interested in that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll put the link to the description to the YouTube channel. So it's just Strategic Wealth Preservation for the YouTube channel?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, I highly recommend everyone watching this. Please go check it out. I will put the SWP YouTube channel and the link in the description below. Because yeah, that'll be a really cool watch. But Mark, such a huge pleasure having you come down to speak into the whole silver and gold community. And as the market develops, would really love to have you back on.
Hey, Ivan, anytime. Keep up the good work and glad to see a lot of new gold and silver investors joining us here.
Talk to you soon.